Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, Gamester81, and thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing and being subscribed and turning on that notification bell. That means a lot. Thank you guys. This video, I want to talk about RetroGameCon, which is an event I recently went to in Syracuse, New York. It was November 2nd through 3rd. This was the 7th year they've done the event. First time for me going, and I really appreciate Patrick and the team inviting me to come out as a guest. That's awesome. It was a great experience. Definitely did not disappoint. If you have an opportunity to go to these events across the country, I definitely recommend you guys check them out. They're a lot of fun, great way to meet people, hang out, and celebrate gaming. That's what it's all about, right? So, had an amazing time. Some other guests they had was David Hayter. He's the voice of Solid Snake in Metal Gear series, and his line for autographs was huge. Patricia Somerset was the voice of Zelda in Breath of the Wild. She was there as well. She was a guest at Game On Expo year 3, I believe, and she's awesome. Pat Contry, John Riggs, John Hancock, they were all there. Had a great time hanging out with those guys. Great seeing him too. Also, Joe Granato, he does the NES Maker and the Mystic Quest and Mystic Searches. He was there, which is awesome. So anyway, great list of guests. I was there promoting my game, City Hunter and the Curse of the Mind, which is an 8-bit kind of a retro platformer game. Came out recently on Switch and Steam. It was great to have people play it, interact with it. Awesome feedback. People who bought it love it. It's great feedback, which is awesome. And it's cool to finally have it be an event where the game is out and done. We can now say it's now available, which is awesome. It's been took us 5 years to come up with the game, to be honest. So I didn't pick up any games per se, and I'm going to show you gameplay or a footage of the walkthrough of the vendor hall here in a second. But I want to show you what I did pick up because I got some cool items. There's some artists there. This is a cool canvas art, which is awesome. Do you guys know this game here? This is Leisure Suit Larry. I played this game on the Apple II computer growing up. Dates myself. I'm pretty old, I know. And this is a point-and-click game by Sierra Online at the time. Al Lowe is the creator behind this. He was actually a guest at Game On Expo year 2. Got to know the guy really well. Very funny game. It hasn't aged well as far as graphics go, but it's really funny. It's very risque, so it's kind of an adult game. Looking back on it, I'm surprised I was playing it as a young kid. It probably shouldn't be. But what's cool about this canvas art, there's a switch here on the very top. I don't know how well you can see it, but it actually lights up. That's pretty sweet. And also, there's another switch here. There's a button, so let me turn it on. Let me figure out where the switch is first off and turn it on for you. And let me push the button here. Watch, check this. This is pretty cool. Watch. All right, so you guys get the idea. Let me turn off. So that's pretty cool. So it's got sound, it's got the lights. This with lights on and then lights off. I'll turn off lights. Pretty sweet though. That's a pretty cool art piece. Pretty awesome. Loved it. And they had other games too. They had games like Punch Out and things like that. It was awesome. This is the 3D like shadow case, guys, and this is cool. They have this, obviously from Super Mario Brothers, the original one, and it's in 3D. It's pretty cool. Actually, 3D in like different layers. But you can take an app and you can play it on your phone and actually makes the scene come to life. That's pretty sweet too. Very cool art piece. Both of those will be going into my office. And then Pat was there. He was selling his new book, his new Super Nintendo Collector's book. And got that too. This thing is really well built. It's very sturdy. It's heavy. It looks very, I got confused because it looks very similar to his first series, which was over the NES. This is over Super Nintendo. So I want to thank you to Pat for hooking me up with this copy of this book. I've been looking through it on the flight there, on the way back rather. And it goes through every Super Nintendo book game out there that came out in North America. And it talks about, gives screenshots, the story about each game, reflections from various people, from various contributors, all that good stuff. And it's all alphabetical, which is awesome. And it talks about even some, so it looks like Super Famicom games as well. Show you that. I mean, this thing is cool. Now, he does have a digital copy available as well for those who don't want the physical, but even accessories and things like that, which is cool. So, Pat, thank you so much for this book. I definitely appreciate it, and I wish you luck on your book sales because I know it takes a lot of work to put these together. Brett Weiss did a series of Super Nintendo books, which I've reviewed, and those are awesome. Jeff Wittenhagen, same thing. Those guys are amazing authors as well. So it's really cool to see the gaming community come together on YouTube and really add some value to like preserving these games and these accessories, which is awesome, through the books. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to show you a walkthrough of RetroGameCon. I'll put a link below to the website. It's obviously come and go for 2019 anyway, but it will be back for next year, I have no doubt, in Syracuse. And if you're in the upstate New York area, this is definitely an event you guys should check out. And again, thank you for them inviting me to come out. An amazing time. Now, without any further ado, let's take a closer look at the vendor floor. Thanks for watching. So here is a look at the vendor hall. A ton of booths, ton of tables with gaming merchandise, artwork, everything gaming. People gathering together, enjoying a gaming habit, which is awesome. So here is John Hancock, John Riggs, hanging out with some fans. They were right up front there with Joe Granato, and then there was Pat as well at the end there. Some cool systems. Love the Game Boy in box. That's pretty cool. Some pops. There's Pat. He had his book he was promoting, which is cool. Recently came out. There's some pixel art. This is a really cool dragon pixel art with how it lit up like that. That's pretty sweet. I haven't seen that before. That's really cool, the eyes. Selling joysticks. There's like a lunch box there from Super Mario U, it looks like. Kind of old school looking though, my lunch box, but came out not too long ago. N64 games, a ton of Genesis games boxed. Super Nintendo and KS off. I spotted Final Fantasy 2 there, red label. Easy to spot. Some more artwork. Some cool horns. Handful of cosplay here as well. They had a cosplay contest. There's the Zapper guns. Original NES deck. There's a Super Scope 6. I remember when that came out, picking that up. It was a pretty cool unit. Doesn't work with flat screen HD TVs today, but if you have a standard television, it certainly will work. Just a lot of cool things to see. Look at that AT-AT walker there. That's cool. Some pops, more plush. And the Atari 2600 games. I spotted some ColecoVision games too, which is unusual. You don't see those out in the wild, what I call the wild, very often. You had a few of those. It's a lot of variety. Some games from pre-Atari 2600 on, pre-NES rather, to NES, and to even, modern games. Pac-Man board game there in the background. It's cool. A ton of Sega CD games. I remember picking up the Sega CD when it came out back in the day. Really enjoyed that console for sure. Really cool. Box. Storage boxes. Cartridges galore. This is the canvas vendor I was talking about, where I picked up my Leisure Suit Larry. You can kind of see the different ones they had. Ton of cool things, ton of cool sizes, ton of cool art. More pixel art. Some mugs. More pixel art, and really cool that people are supporting local artists. It's important to do that. Talk about really cool artwork. Check that out. That looks sweet. There's a box Mario 64 cart. Pretty cool. Even some DVDs there in the vendor to the left. There were some DVDs. Old school 90s movies and stuff like that. That's the Zelda 2. Great cartridge. Obviously a lot of NES games. It's kind of to be expected. Nintendo's very popular right now. PS2, Xbox. What do you guys consider retro? I'm just kind of curious what you guys consider. What's the latest retro? Probably consider maybe Dreamcast retro, but I think some people would even consider PlayStation 2 retro, depending on who you ask. For me, it kind of starts and ends at 99. It's 20 years ago. That's how I would consider retro. This is that has some ColecoVision games, Atari 7800 games, 2600 games, etc. Very cool. And really, honestly, the prices are pretty decent. Check out that Red Bull Pac-Man container. That's pretty sweet. And there's on the other side, there's kind of divided. They had these console area where people were playing free consoles, and they had tournaments throughout the whole weekend, which is cool, the 2 days. And they had everything from, they had a rock band, people could play rock band. They had some live music. They had a ton of things. I mean, anything from ColecoVision to play to N64 to Atari 2600, Dreamcast, Saturn, etc. And this is kind of where the concerts were being held in the back corner there. They had a projector on the wall. So they had to bring all those standard televisions in. Those things are heavy. A lot of work to do that. They even had Microsoft Store. They were promoting, doing tournaments. Like I believe they had a Fortnite tournament going on, things of that nature. That was really cool. AVGC, that's another video game con. They were there promoting. It's a show in Jersey. Talked to Chris, one of the showrunners, and super cool guy. I met Joel, who also runs a show called Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, and he's a cool guy too. So it's really cool to talk to people who also run gaming shows like myself and just kind of pick their brains, and vice versa. It was awesome. So a lot to see for sure. So overall, I recommend RetroGameCon. It's a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun going there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.